I think what you'll have to let me do is not ask me, is that the first time you went to America or anything like that. I think you just let me just talk and just get it over with. I think that's it. And because if you stop and I think, oh, I've got to think about that part of it now, have I? Can't I just, do we have to cover every bit of it, you know? Anyway, I will get into it, but it's so boring to say all this. We invented punk. Malcolm had just come back from America. He'd been managing the New York Dolls, and he put together a group, a pop group, from our Saturday boy, Glenn, and a couple of our customers. And Johnny Rotten was quite a phenomenon. And he hasn't changed from being that phenomenon, unfortunately. He should have changed to something else by now. Now then, my favourite shop is the World's End shop. And we still sell stuff we designed at the time of punk.
Actually, they look good on you. They do look good on you.
And every time I design something, it has to have a story, it's got a character. I think that story is part of a kind of a nostalgia that people can tap into. I mean, things like this are reminiscent of Greek peasant costumes, this little kilt, and like the tartan, this jacket and everything. It's got, I don't know, it's got an old sort of feeling to it, a little bit to do with rather sort of bandits in the countryside, that kind of thing. Something that you might have seen at the Battle of Culloden, something like that. And I just think that, because it's got such content in there, and such a way to connect with the human expression, how you walk, how you talk, how you attract people. And I just think that that's why my clothes are timeless. I think what you'll have to let me do is let me just talk and just get it over with.
She's a rebel, isn't she?
A punk rocker.
Provocative.
Iconic.
She was like our queen.
It's hard to imagine that one designer could be all of those things.
Vivienne Westwood.
Vivienne Westwood.
There's Vivienne, the fashion designer. There is Vivienne, the campaigner. And then there is Vivienne, the person.
I was really a woman on a mission.
Designer and activist Dame Vivienne Westwood joined Greenpeace today.
All my motivation has been because I've been so upset about what can happen to people in the world. That's had something to do with my fashion clothes. Every time I design something, it has to have character.
I think some things were not exactly how she had envisaged them.
I'm not happy with my company. It actually expanded too much for me. The connections aren't here. So I don't know if I want to show any of this shit. You've got to cut a figure and be prepared for action and engagement.
She cares deeply whether she's going to be able to change the world. To make it a better place.
It's funny how clothes can be so emotional. They make you able to face the world in a spectacular way.
Vivienne is a very outspoken person. You need people like this. These are the people who are changing things.